let me try to give you a little tour of my property up in North Carolina. I'm just west. This is Murphy. I'm just west of it about 8 miles. So this little blue square is my little slice of heaven. It backs up to National Forest land, about 92,000 acres. Elevation change from what I'm going to call the valley floor, because right here is the road access, and then I've got an easement across here into my property. This is about 1650, 1700, and then the top of these two hilltops are about 1820. So there's about 120 feet in elevation. Not real bad. This side's steeper than this one, but it's only a couple, 100 and some feet in elevation change. So it's about 5 acres wide and 2 acres deep. Right here, about where this marker is where I built my campsite outdoor kitchen. And if you notice, you can almost see the tire tracks. There's virtually a road. It might be 50 feet in elevation change from here back to the back of the property. Got my deer stand set up back here, and it's an easy walk and very drivable. This area is what I'm trying to clear off, because this, for the most part, runs east and west. Let me see if I can rotate this around, because in the morning, when you look all the way down this valley, you can see the sun come up, and if I can get this valley cleared off, I'll have a great view to watch the sun come up every morning. And it's just pretty. Back here, it's so quiet. There's a nice berm right here, probably about 15, 20 feet high, that you don't see across the road. You can't see the road. You might hear 3 people live past me. There's 2 houses here, and then one right across from me. So there's little to no traffic. Somebody goes to work at about 7 o'clock in the morning. Other than that, there's nothing but wind and some birds. It is truly my little slice of heaven.
Proceed to the route.
Back up on the property this week. Looks just like I left it.
Fall is definitely here. Missed all the good tree colors, but that's okay. It's about a perfect fall day here, and luckily everything is just like I left it. So this week's project, see if we can get a small storage building built right there where that tarp is. I need someplace dry that I can lock some things up so I don't have to have a truck full of gear every time I come up here. Let's see. Got a tree laying right there by the fire pit. Gonna set that as a flagpole right outside my entrance through that opening right there in the tree line. And it's deer season, so I'm gonna spend some time in my deer stand and scouting out around the national forest right up that trail. All right, let's see if we can get a spot that's level. That's not bad, actually. Better than I thought. Hope you didn't see that. That's looking more like it. Victory. Okay, now we got a cooking surface. Cool. All right, so got a new little gadget. Got a solar light to hopefully have some light in the night, because bad thing about in the fall, it gets dark real quick and it's dark all night long. So um, got I think it's about a 12-foot cord, and it runs to the charge controller and a small solar panel. So I've got to figure out, sun comes up, sun sets. So with the trees right here, I'm thinking we'll get more sunlight from about 10 o'clock to 2 to 3. So that gives about 5. On a good day, they say you get about 5, maybe 6 hours of sunlight for solar panels. So got to figure out how to mount this far enough away to get it probably aimed about such an angle so it catches the 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock sun. Um, I'm not sure. We're going to figure that out, though. Of course, it can't come undone without getting tangled. All right, I got way more cord than I need. There's the sun right there. It's going to set on that side of the valley. So I think I'm going to put it to the right side of the kitchen there. And just because I'm a guy, I'm going to try to put this together without reading the instructions. All right, I got it mounted. So now we're going to try to get it hung right kind of there in the middle on that center beam. Let's see if I can make that happen in one shot. Ooh. Yep. It's charging. Not bad. Oh, it's got a medium and high brightness, pull 3 times, 14 hours of light control. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. Huh. All right. So where do I hang this? I need to keep that up out of the weather. All right, so I got 2 twisties left for some wire management. Let's see if we can get those tucked back up. That's fine. Tie that right there. Nice. I like it. Little things like that are game changers. All right, I want to try to level this off a little. It's tilted, not a big deal. Gotta find a place for that scrap wood. Just want to try to take some of this hump and push it downhill just to try to level things off. little better. There, a lot better. It's better. Good enough. All right. Next on the agenda. Trying to figure out, do I want to attach? Yeah. So the storage cabin, whatever, storage shed, I will attach it to that wall and use that as a structure. I've got about 11 by as big as I want to make it. I'm thinking 8 by 10 will store everything I need. So just trying to get a baseline. It's enough to run some string off of. Just need to get it level. This is about as good as it gets. It's almost sunset, but a little solar light works dynamically. You know, it's the little simple things in life. That puppy works. I'm going to ask what's going on here, but several neighbors have given me old worn out flags over the years and asked me to dispose of them. I don't know the exact way to do a flag burning ceremony, but when I burn old flags, I think about guys like Gus Brunson, Mike Stokely, Kevin Jenrette, Davy Weaver, and a multitude of other soldiers that I know that died to protect that flag. So when I burn a flag, I think of them. I think that's about the best way to burn a flag. God bless America. I don't know how to turn this around. Got a fire going. Got some coffee already made. And boiling some water for some more breakfast. Where am I? There we are. The neighbor's dog's barking. They're up to something. Did a little deer hunting last night, which really just equated to sitting out in the woods. Went to the back of my property and up into the national forest, explored that a little bit. Got up on top of a ridge and just sat and watched the sun go down. Sunset's about 5:30 here now, middle of November. And it was just, I'm telling you, I won't wear this out, but this is a little slice of heaven. Got a fire going this morning. I've got this tree laying right there, laid out, and that is about to become a flagpole. I'm gonna char the end of it in the fire, peel off the bark, char the wood, and there's a Japanese word for it. I don't know how to say it, but basically it seals the wood and preserves it, and it's the early version of what pressure treated lumber is now. Dug through my dad's boxes of screws and bolts that I inherited and found an old pulley. So gonna put a pulley up on the top of it and work on digging that hole today about 5 foot deep and see if I can get that flagpole set up this morning or today, and then continue to work on my shed foundation. I've got 3 blocks level and measured. All right, peeling bark. Okay, while that gets charred and sealed, then we're gonna come over here and see if we can get to work leveling up this last corner. Okay, we'll change of pace. Let's see if I can do this. All right, so there's my hole. It's just over 3 feet, about 40 inches. And I hit rock. So after some fuzzy math and guesstimation, I'm not sure it's deep enough. So I either have to start a new hole or get some concrete and put in a couple bags underneath. So got the flagpole set up and ready to mount. Got the pulley, got the rope, got the bracket, the tie down hook here at the bottom. Got hooks for the flag to mount on. Everything's ready to go, except I just don't think it's going to be deep enough to hold 15 feet up in the air. So to complicate matters a little, now it's supposed to rain this afternoon. Start about 5 o'clock. It's now 1:30. So I'm gonna switch gears a little bit. So for my shed foundation, if you can see that, I've got everything flat. That long 2x12 or 2x8 across there is locked in, flat, level, looks great. The problem is these two corner blocks are up 16 inches plus to get everything level. Okay, that one's on the ground, it's 8 inches up. This one is about 9.5 inches up. So if I can take this row of blocks, bury them about 6 inches, so they're just 2 or 3 inches up out of the ground, that would allow me to get rid of one block almost, so that these two, or this row of blocks, is not so tall, because otherwise I need to dig a footing, put them into concrete just so they don't wobble. That's a little higher than I want. Or I could bury some 6x6 posts in concrete. But I'd like to get some of the elevation off the ground, get rid of that so that it's not setting up quite so high. So gonna work on that this afternoon and get hopefully this front and that back row of footings re-leveled, but 6 inches lower. Hey everybody, this week earlier when I was up at the farm somewhere, I missed recording a couple clips. So as I'm trying to put this video together, I realized they're not there. So for the most part, I've gotten the concrete blocks for the shed set down in the ground a little lower to lessen the height of the shed off the ground, but still out of the dirt, but sitting on blocks. And then it got real cloudy real fast, so I knew it was going to start raining sooner. So I did pack up I thought I was going to be able to stay till about 5 o'clock. It's supposed to start around 5:30 or 6 to start raining. It looked like it was going to hit about 3 or 3:30, and just as I climbed into the car and turned off the camera, it started raining. So somewhere though, I thought I turned the camera off, but I didn't, and so I didn't get those last two clips recorded. But what I did want to say is, one, thanks for watching. I hope the videos are getting a little more coherent. I got to learn how to record and be more of a photographer than just a guy digging in the dirt and playing up on his land. So hopefully the videos will get a little better. But if you have any questions, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what I've screwed up. I don't care what I'm doing right, but I would like to know what I can do to make them better, at least so they're more legible and maybe a little more entertaining too. Because now that I'm up to 18 friends, I'd like to know what you guys think. So let me know, and I'll try to get better every time. Won't be back up until after Thanksgiving, but the first couple weeks in December, there's going to be lots more trips. So stick around. I'll let you know when I post them. Thanks again for watching, guys. Take care.